Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Friday class. If you are new here, every Friday we do a class on some topic. And this particular class is dedicated to new warriors, new wheelchair users who are now becoming warriors. If you are an older seasoned wheelchair user, you are also welcome. If you are a caregiver, you too are also welcome because the information we have is also for you and it might prove useful and helpful. So let's dive into it. By the way, my name is Lisa and I am your host on all these videos. So feel free to scan all through the channel and see what videos might be helpful to you. We want to make mention that, yes, having a new wheelchair can be sometimes overwhelming, can be scary, can be frustrating, can be, like, how am I going to do this? What's my life going to be? All these questions will be going around on your mind, and it will be hard to sort out. So here we want to recognize, first of all, your emotions, and we want to say we are with you, and we want to give you some tips and some ideas. For myself, when the therapist said it's time for you to start using a wheelchair, my brain went in all kinds of crazy directions and it wasn't easy. But here, that's why we have a class, so that you can spend some time just, listening, just put everything aside, turn off your phone, have a nice cup of coffee, and just listen to what we have to share. Now, nobody will be able to tell you from the heart that the wheelchair itself is not going to take away who you are. It's not going to take away your spirit. It's not going to take away your dreams. It's not going to take away who you are as Peter, David, Judy, Julie. It's not going to take away any of that. So, you might be feeling overwhelmed, but you are still you. And it's important for you to remember that the wheelchair itself is only a tool for you to get from point A to point B. That's it. It's a tool. You, as your person, continues to remain intact. So listen, this is important for you to know. Whatever your dreams you had before, you can still chase them. What you might do them differently, but you can still do them. You can still fall in love, you can still travel, you can still start a business, write a book, raise a family, make an impact. You can do all these things. You are not less. You are more resilient than ever before. You have something that others do not have. And it's not a negative. It's not a negative. There is a whole world of wheelchair warriors out there, just like you and me. We've cried, we've laughed, we've struggled, and we've risen. You're not alone in this. So just know that subscribers here on this channel are 501 people, plus all the people who come and just visit, So not now, not ever. So take it one day at a time, to get used to your wheelchair, get used to the idea, to get used to the things you can do. Keep rolling forward. That's the important thing, to keep going. So, and when in doubt, come back to this video, come back to this channel, and you'll have all kinds of ideas on how to Yes, you can. That's really, really, really important for you to know. So if this spoke to your heart, check out the video, um, give it a like, make your comments. If you're an older, seasoned wheelchair user, make some comments for the new wheelchair users to encourage them to maybe tell a piece of your story. And I'm going to tell mine right now so that the wheelchair user knows who I am. You're listening to this person, you're listening to Lisa, but what is her role in all of this? How did she start a YouTube channel and why? Back in 2013, I began to have struggles walking. I was falling all the time, in pain, and I just didn't want the wheelchair. So I got out of the first wheelchair, which was a manual wheelchair. I pushed myself to get out and continue to walk, and it was just very, very painful. I continued to do jobs and continue to struggle, continue to fall, and it was just a mess. So once I went back in, 2000, I want to say 2018, I went back, for therapy because every year I had to go back for therapy. And the therapist just shook her head. She said, no, we need to think of a wheelchair. We need to start thinking of a wheelchair. I was like, what the heck? What? No, I just got out of a wheelchair a few years ago. You want to put me back in? And so she said, well, we'll talk about it. So we did the therapy, and then she started taking out every session 10 minutes to talk to me about wheelchairs, just to kind of ease me into it. And still my brain was going in all directions. No, I don't want to go there. I don't want a wheelchair. But she eased me in terms of, no, I didn't have to use it all the time. It was mainly for when I went out or had to walk long distances and those kind of things. So here I am now. I'm in a power wheelchair instead of a manual wheelchair. You can see it here. And it's been okay. It's been a good life. It's been, and it's been 4 years. Next year I'll be probably changing this wheelchair out. And that's good too. And that's another part of the story. So truly, I know that you can do it. And a lot of warriors out there know you can do it. It'll take some training, yes. It'll take some patience, yes. It'll take some skills to develop, yes. It'll take some ideas on how to handle transportation or driving, and maybe you figured that out already, or you're practicing doing that. But it all is possible. You just got to remember over and over that you are still you. And the wheelchair, just a tool for you to be able to go from point A to point B. In terms of skills on how to do this, how do I open a door? How do I close a door? How do I do this or that? And this channel is full of those tips and ideas. And you'll find, how to and tips for and, ideas on this and pictures of. So you're going to find all kinds of videos here on the channel. Stick with us so that you can start picking up, all the different skills and all the different tricks that you will be using as a wheelchair user. And for the caregivers, you you can also do some research on best things to do for how to help a wheelchair user in the kitchen, in a bedroom, in a bathroom. There's all kinds of things that we've brought up here on, the channel for wheelchair users to look it up and figure out, new ways. It's your same life. It's just new ways of doing the same thing. So setting up a table, driving up to a table, opening a door, getting transportation, getting ramps for your house, all kinds of things. So it's an adventure. If anything, it's an adventure. So you are part of the movement now, a community. So you're not alone. You're a new warrior, and I'm proud of you in all that you've been through. So see you in the next one.